Hey everyone, today I'll be breaking down my painting process and what I'm thinking about. This is a drawing of Mo and Krill, a character from the game Deadlock. My main inspiration was this piece from Huion. Yeah, I really like the lighting and it's something I want to focus on, as you'll see near the end. So, to start, I normally block out the character with a gray tone. Very rough, just to get the overall size and shape. Remember that having a bunch of references is always good to ensure you remain faithful to your vision. Now, you'll start to see me carve out the basic shapes and details of the character. I work in grayscale to keep my values consistent and not get lost in color picking. Once you feel that your idea is fleshed out enough, you can start to add color. As you can see now, I've added a rough brown background. This is so I can know if my colors are good and if my values are dark enough. Because of the lighting that I will add later, I decided to go for a heavy orange and yellow color. It also works well with the color scheme of the character, since he's kind of a beige mole man. This entire piece, except for the lightning, is on the bottom half of the values, meaning that the colors alone are very dark. Adding the background gives me a nice sort of control to tell me what parts need to be darker and what parts need to be brighter. It also helps the bright colors really pop, as you'll see later. Now, I'm just going over a bunch of areas, never really staying in one place too long. This helps the entire piece feel cohesive, and it stops me from feeling frustrated if I can't fix a certain area. Here, you'll see me add an image. This is just a basic cotton-like texture for the shirt. Combining images into your drawing for texture is a great way to keep things like cloth looking consistent and adding visual intrigue. Just make sure you soften it out in areas and really blend it into the drawing. It's easy to tell when someone just throws in a PNG. It looks very bad. Again, I'm going through and adding in some detail and value. And here on the claw, don't be deceived by how fast this video is. I probably spent an hour trying to do this claw and glove. Foreshortening is very difficult and something I still need to work on heavily. I want the claws to look dirty and cracked. This guy digs in the ground, so having these aspects in your drawing really adds to the depth of the character. You can see that I was going to add more textures again, but I found that it just didn't work as well as I'd hoped, so I scrapped the idea. Don't be afraid to change and remove things from your drawing as you go. I found that the pants didn't quite look right. The front leg had to be much bigger, like the hand, since they're very close to the viewer. Now, I'm adding in the chain around his neck. I used Clipstudio paint and it comes with a simple chain brush. Of course, it needed many tweaks, and if you look closely you can see me going in and adding some ridges and moving things around and the like, just to make the whole thing feel more cohesive. Now, on the left you can actually see a square. This is me drawing in the rust texture for the chain. Again, it adds to the depth of the character. It feels like he really exists just due to these small details. Making the rust texture itself was pretty simple. Just some dark oranges, browns, and purples mixed in and blended roughly together. I added in small crevices and sharp lines just to really create that old metal feel, that grainy texture. Now, I'm just going back in to finish the claws. Like I said earlier, if you're frustrated at certain parts, just leave it for later. Work on something else, and later you can figure out what you want to do with the challenging area. As you saw, I tried out a few variations over the course of this painting, and I eventually found one that stuck. It's always good to experiment and find out what works and what doesn't. Finally, we've reached the fun part, the lightning. Since Mo and Krill is pretty much complete, I can focus on the part that inspired this piece in the first place. Getting the effect of the lightning was easy with some good references. The types of layers I used were add glow for the yellow lightning bolts, hard light for that red glitch-like effect behind the lightning. Add glow again for some of the more bright glow feel just overall. And color dodge for the little circles of light, like the little sparks you see. At the end, I did go back in just to add some more bright lights to the character from the lighting. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It's my first video, so just testing out some things. Really love this game, really love this painting. Hope you guys have a nice day. Like and follow for more. I'll see you guys. Goodbye.